Live from the MAC, it's the Crusaders and the Alma Scots coming to town for an a cross-division matchup. NCAA Alma Scots and the NAIA Madonna Crusaders taking off for the first time in nearly 365 days. Take a look at these two teams so far on the season. Alma's only playing one game. It didn't go their way against Receiving Votes University of Chicago in Division III. It was a tough 5-1 loss where they were controlled for the majority of the game, to say the least, but a Receiving Vote squad. Alma had a tough year last year. It carried over to this year, graduating a lot of their top scorers, a lot of their top players up and down the pitch, and it's been a tough time kind of rejuvenating and retooling early on, one game in. And for the Crusaders, they won their first game of the season here at the MAC. It was a pretty impressive game, to say the least, and then it was a tough last two games between the Crusaders and University of Detroit Mercy Division I, and then the number 16 team in the poll early on in the season in the NAIA in Indiana Wesleyan, outshot 49-17 in those two games, including 29 against Detroit Mercy in the 2-0 loss in Detroit. And it led to Mackenzie Pfeiffer, ruled out today with a lower body injury, and that leads us to the players to watch for the Crusaders. We'll touch base on Aria Shula in a moment, but we'll start left to right. Marlena Balnick has one goal on this season, has looked really, really good early on. Victoria Sia, we move over, had 2 goals the last time these two teams played nearly a year ago at Scotland Park. Caroline Kopp leads the team in shots with 3, all of them on goal, leads the team in both categories, hasn't found the back of the net yet, but has had the opportunities. Aria Shula starting in goal today. Saw action at the end of the Detroit Mercy game when Pfeiffer was taken out due to injury. Saw one shot made a stop, but now set into action to man the goal box all by herself. And Amara Blattner finishes off our players to watch. She's been pretty spectacular for the Crusaders this year. Had a big-time goal in the victory. Has not found the back of the net since, but so far, she's been really good. This Crusader team has 4 goals, all different goal scorers. They don't have a multi-goal scorer yet, and goal scoring was a problem with last year's team. Just north of 1 per game. It's just north of 1 per game again shortly this year. And they just have 1 in their last 188 minutes, or 180 minutes even on the pitch with Indiana Wesleyan and the University of Detroit Mercy. These two teams played 1 year ago today in Scotland, nearly 1 year ago today on 9/7/23 at Alma Scotland Park. It was a 5-3 game for the Crusaders where they controlled 21 shots, 11 on goal to 9 and 5 on goal for Alma. Alma's goalkeeping kept that game close, outsaved the Crusaders 6-2 in that category. And they had 5 corners to 4 corners for the Crusaders. They just could not capitalize on their home pitch to take it away. It was a close game, but the box score will tell you the Crusaders really controlled early on in that one. We'll see if they can do it again today. Alma won 1 game last year. It was a blowout loss to start this year. The Crusaders won their first game. They lose their last 2 in pretty convincing fashion for the opponents. It's got to go one way or another. We'll shoot you aside here on the Madonna Athletics Network. Bring you back with kickoff live on the Madonna Athletics Network.
For the Warriors. Tried to bite. Willis inside. Euro step. What a shovel pass to Lizzie Mosley. Showtime right there from Kayana Willis. Oh my goodness. Oh, 3-pointer from Crone. Can't get the bank to go. Rebounded by who else but McQueen. She's got 14 of those, and the Warriors are going to let it happen. Ticking the clock down. 13.5-point favorites. Rochester Warriors fall to the Crusaders. The first conference victory in a long time. Madness at Madonna here at ACC Arena. The upset. 17:45 remaining here in the second half. 0-0 looking to crack it open. One in the air, the header! It's 1-0! Jan Brun, his 5th of the year. Crusaders sideline erupts. Make it rain, number 8. It's 1-0. What a play. Gomez to Brun. You can't write it any better than that. The perfect window. John Brun is 5th of the year. It's 1-0 Crusaders, 17-43. Dunn up top, under 10, 5 seconds left. Dunn drives inside, forget the dribble, goes to Nunn. He goes baseline, gotta put something up. Young, fadeaway jump shot, bang! Ball game number 11. All-American season bid has started for Brendan Young. 69-67. This game's over. Krizik skies that one in the center field. That one's going back into the chance. Krizik walks it off. Brady Krizik walks it off. He went to the batting cages to practice a little bit, and he nails it out at center field. Brady Krizik says, let's go home. We don't need 11 innings. He walks it off. A solo shot in the bottom of the 10.
You're good, just settle down.
Devin Jones working on Medi. French over, Lockhart 3. Rebound Medi, Mark Medi history. The all-time rebounds record has fallen. Move over Chris Durker. Mr. Rebound now belongs to Mark Medi, the all-time blocks leader and rebounds leader in Crusader history.
Congrats to Mark. He's been Madonna basketball since 2018.
Brazelton left side, a diving stop in the throw to second in time, and Madonna has swept the championship series here in the WAC tournament. You can see a massive celebration towards third base and the pitcher's mound.
That's the ball game. Final score. Come on,
Congratulations, Emily. You guys are going to play for the national championship later this afternoon. You guys worked the long way through the consolation bracket. What does it feel like now to kind of be in the final round?
It's crazy. A lot of people weren't expecting us. We've heard people say that they weren't expecting us, but to be able to do it and to knock down the top teams in the nation, it's insane, and it's going to be a great thing for the school.
Earlier today won the 60-meter dash, trying to do the double. Off they go. Here we go. Men's 200-meter dash final. And Abdul Rashid right on the inside in lane 1. Making a strong case early on. Lane 6 and 7 with Blacknell and Johnson. It's Blacknell right now. On the outside in lane 8, Cunningham. Blacknell, Cunningham, could be Chase Mars or Dante Soul as well. Way too close for my poor eyes to call. So we'll see how this plays out. Not posted it up on the board yet. It's Blacknell from Madonna. He is your national champion in the 200-meter dash. 21:07 is the time. Avion Blacknell. Foul.
All right, ready, record. 2, 1, start record.
Madonna University's one-of-a-kind broadcast and cinema arts program prepares you for success. Gain hands-on experience from professors who have worked in the industry. Work in a close, team-driven environment to create high-quality video. Network with industry professionals and gain valuable connections for your future. Come learn and create with us here at Madonna University.
Throughout your life, from big moments to ones well earned, we're your financial guardian angel. Alliance Catholic Credit Union.
You guys got all your starters here ready to go? Got your starters ready to go? Yeah. Just the starters are walking, right?
Yeah, they're just staying on the line.
Cheer for you. All right, let's go.
And we're set to get going underway here at the MAC shortly. Just joining us here on the Madonna Athletics Network, I'm Sean Massa, bringing you all the action right in the comfort of your homes, as if you're enjoying this beautiful Wednesday afternoon in Livonia, Michigan with us. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. We had a gorgeous day yesterday for the men's game as they faced off against Taylor. Now Alma comes into town. These two teams met last year at the Scotland Yard. Alma lost that one 5-3 to the Crusaders. It was a heavily favored game for the team from Livonia. The NAIA Crusaders versus the NCAA Division III Scots from Alma. Set to get going here. They faced on 9/7/23 last year. We're here on September 4th, 2024, and Alma controls right off the bat. It was a tough game one for Alma against University of Chicago, receiving votes, and they lost 7-1 in a pretty favorable game for the University of Chicago. They now settle back in here against the Crusaders, a team that they played tightly contested on the score sheet last year, 5-3 game in favor of the Crusaders. And for Madonna, they're just trying to rebound. It's been a tough last couple games. They won their first game 3-1 here at the MAC, but last game and the game before it was not very fun versus Indiana Wesleyan and Detroit Mercy. Detroit Mercy outshot them 29-6. It was a 2-0 loss. Mackenzie Pfeiffer in goal had 7 saves, but she can no longer play. She's out to an injury today, and it leads to the starting keeper today for the Crusaders. It's Aria Shulaw in the goal box. The junior making her first start, saw 20 and change minutes of game action against Detroit Mercy, saw one shot, made the stop, but now settles in for her first start with the Crusaders. Pfeiffer was pretty darn good for her first couple of games and has been ruled out with a lower body injury for today, hoping she can get going as the Crusaders get to WAC play and progress throughout the season. But for now, they move to the junior, Aria Shulaw. This Crusader team has 4 different goal scorers that have scored this year. No one has multiple goals. But last time these two teams met at the Scotland Yard, Victoria Sia had 2 in that 5-3 game. Crusaders control by the box, try to cross it inside, but Alma doing a good job. They just boot this one out of play over onto the far side. Crusaders will have a throw-in nearing the corner. Looks to be Emma Seifert to step up to throw this one in for the Crusaders. Batted aside by Hannah Meyer on defense for the Scots. Scots wearing their white uniforms with the red towards the waistline. The Crusaders in their all blues with the shield in the upper left hand. It's the Crusaders with possession now, but it's broken up and batted out towards midfield by Alma. Looked to be Grace Buckingham back in the play. Excuse me, no, it was Emily Ahern, a freshman. Now the Crusaders with their own freshman of their own, and Angelina Morosini moves it over onto the near side. It's Nadine Jawad for the Crusaders. Trying to cross this one in the box. It's broken up by Alma and just booted out of bounds. Crusaders will take a throw in. Crusaders have spent the entirety of the short-lived game so far on the right side of your screen. They attack over there for the first half. And to the left of the screen is Aria Shulaw, who mans the goal to the left. Ball just outside the box, put onto the far side by the Crusaders. Eva Parker on the run. This one goes out of play, and the Scots will take it back, trying to flip the field. Talked about their matchup from last year. The Crusaders won by 2, but the box score really heavily favored Madonna. It was a game that the Scots were just kind of lucky to be in, you could kind of say in a sense. Outshot by a lot, 23-9, with 11 on goal for the Crusaders, just 5 on goal for Alma. But they were able to keep things close. They had 6 saves in the goal box. And a tall task today for their starting keeper. It's Maya Pofel, the sophomore from Boyne City. The Crusaders work it back on over into their own box for Aria Shulaw, who boots one on the near side. It's aired and almost taken away by Buckingham. It's just deflected away. Now here's Alma with a chance. It's Ava Atchinson. Atchinson puts a shot on, and Shulaw out of her goal crease just takes that one away. There's an injured Crusader on the far side. Appears to be okay, but getting up, it's Eva Parker, who was just shaken up. Had a stoppage of play, I believe. We're going to keep on going as the sign from the officials. Our athletic trainer, Mark Malika, waiting on the sideline. Don't believe he's going to go in. It's going to be Parker checking out. Got up on her own with her own power and walking off. It's going to be the graduate student from Newcastle, England, Rhiannon Holmes, who will check into the ball game.
No, I'm just going to set my watch so I know exactly how far in we are.
We're waiting to continue action here in Livonia. Talk about the Crusaders' last couple of games. They played the Division I Detroit Mercy Titans on the road and was not a favorable game. It was kind of the story in that game that kind of goes exactly to play what happened the last time these two teams played. It was a 2-goal game where the team that heavily outplayed the other came out on top, but by a narrow margin. The Crusaders struggled to score goals last year. They have 1 in the last 180 minutes on the pitch after scoring 3 in the first game they played here at the MAC. It was an impressive performance to start. They got a big win to start, but has not gone their way as of late. Looking for a rebound here, and Alma just looking to get on the board before they have a pretty tough schedule coming up. They play Kenyon College on the 7th, and then they see Lawrence Tech in Alma on the 11th. Before starting their pretty tough schedule in October with Calvin, Hope, and Adrian in the span of a week, with Kalamazoo right on deck after that. It's going to be an Alma throw-in on the near side. And for the Crusaders, just looking for something to go their way after number 16, Indiana Wesleyan, beat them pretty handily on the road. Then they go on the road to Mercy and had a 2-goal loss, but really was worse than that if you look at the box score. They got a pretty tough schedule coming up, especially Alma today, Indiana University Northwest on the 7th, and Gary. Then they got Uno, a team that has been pretty darn good as of late in the WAC. That's where they start, but then they take a break from action, and they see number 3, Spring Arbor. The Crusaders control and now just regroup into their own end on the backside. It's Caitlin McKenzie. McKenzie will play back to her keeper, Aria Shula. Shula splits the gap, puts this one towards the midfield circle. It's going to be Sia with it now for the Crusaders. Puts this one back on the near side for Angelina Morosini. Goes up to Sia, and that one's going to be deflected out of play by Alma. It was Hannah Abner on the play, a sophomore defender. Talk about Sia with 2 goals. Last time these two teams played a year ago. I'm actually going to say it went off of Sia. Looked to be off the right leg of Abner, but they say it goes off number 8 in blue. And now the Crusaders are back on the defense. Stack with a nice bicycle over the top of her head. Puts it on the other side of the field, but it's flipped right on back by Alma. In open space, it's Cassidy Derry on the far side. Puts a left side boot on it. Now goes right over to Emma Seifert. Seifert puts it through the middle. A pretty play to fill the gap. Amara Blattner with it now. It's taken away by Alma near midfield. It's Maddie Smith now with it for the Scots. She boots it on back. Over onto the side. Dagnall had it, but it went on a play for the Crusaders. They throw in and now look to flip the field back. They spent the majority of the first handful of minutes on the right side of your screen near the Alma goal box. Since then, it's just been played here at midfield with not a lot of action going to the Crusader goal box. This one's booted out and into open turf. It's going to be a foot race. The Crusaders are going to win this foot race. It's Nadine Jawad down the left side trying to cut in. She's all alone. Put the boot on. What a save for Maya Pofall. Her first action of the game. Makes a nice stop from a sharp angle on the left side of the box. Crusaders had speed there with Nadine Jawad, the freshman from Dearborn. And she almost had space. Tried to cut through 2 defenders. Got by a line and then had one to beat. Just put a boot on with the left side. It was a sharp angle and played perfectly by the sophomore keeper from Boyne City and Maya Pofall. It's going to be Emma Seifert on the near side for the Crusaders. They regroup to Cassidy Derry. Derry back once again to Kayla McKenzie, the freshman. Puts it through the middle. Good touch pass from Jawad. It's over on side for Blattner. Blattner boots into open turf. It's taken away by the back end of the Scots. Buckingham puts this one through the middle. Alma trying to flip the field once again. This one into open turf. Derry puts a boot on towards the middle. Good touch pass on the far side for Seifert, who has time and space nearing the midfield line. Good touch pass through the middle, and now Alma takes it right on back. It's going to be Abner. Hannah Abner has space, finds a man. It's going to be Buckingham, called offsides. Leaked behind the defensive line. It's offsides all the way, and the Crusaders catch a little bit of a break. They turn it over near midfield. Crusaders look to flip the field now. It's Emma Seifert. Working on back to Derry. Derry over to McKenzie. McKenzie's pass is telegraphed perfectly by the left-footed Grace Buckingham, who's been all over the place. The junior deflects it out of play. And now the Crusaders with a throw-in on the near side. It's Vittoria Sia. That one easily went off of a forearm, but just goes out of play, and it'll be called Alma throw-in. Once again, in pursuit there was Hannah Abner, who's just kind of been a shadow of Sia anytime they cross midfield. Going to be Hannah Whitley to throw it in, the sophomore from Chesterfield. Talked about Alma in their loss 7-1 to the University of Chicago. Their goal was scored by Emily Ahern. Now the Crusaders on the attack. They have Alma outnumbered, but a beautiful play defensively to break it up by Brianna McCluskey. But here the Crusaders working through with Molly Cote. Puts this one towards the box with the need, the ground ball for the keeper, Maya Pofel. In that game against the University of Chicago, they had 32 shots, 16 on goal. Alma scored on their only shot on goal. They have yet to record one today in this game in the first 10 minutes. So at the moment, they have one shot on net. So at the moment, 50% of their shots on the season have gone to the back of the net. It's a pretty good conversion rate. This one booted out of play by Stack, just deflects the pass and breaks up the lane. It'll be an Alma throw-in on the near side. Crusaders work this into Cassidy Derry on the far side. Gets by a defender, man, or looks silly. Derry now through the midfield circle, puts this one up for Stack. Here's Morgan Stack. Has Morosini filling the lane. She boots it over to the far side, looking for a through ball. Got it, shot wide. Looked for the sophomore from Belleville, and Molly Cote just wide on the play. The Crusaders had another good look on a perfect pass from Stack. Crowd filling in here in Livonia, Michigan. Alma definitely travels well. This through ball over the head of Cassidy Derry, headed aside by Seifert. Now in pursuit to Alma, and they got it with an opportunity. Broken up in the box by a slide tackle by Derry. Great defensive play to break up the opportunity for Anna Waterstret. Now it's Stack on the other side wearing the captain's band for the Crusaders in blue. Stack with a lot of green turf. At the top of the box now. Looking left side, puts it through. Here's the shot and scores! Give the assist to number 11 because that was gorgeous. Adriana Holmes, the graduate student from Newcastle, England. It's 1-0 Crusaders. Excuse me, that's looked like it was Nadine Jawad on the play. Pardon me. We're waiting to see what the decision was. Jawad and, from my perspective, Jawad and Holmes were right next to each other, 42 and 12, not necessarily easy to see from a distance. But I believe I was correct right away. And it was Rihanna Holmes. I was correct right away. Appeared everyone kind of gathered around and thought it could be something different, but it's Rihanna Holmes from Morgan Stack. Here's Nadine Jawad, the other Crusader in action, makes a beautiful move to the left side, cuts inside the box, looking for a lane, tries to spin back, good defensive play by Dagenholt. This one's saved from going out of play by Alma. Work on the far side. Now it's Holmes again, the goal scorer for the Crusaders. Boosts this one inside. It's broken up with the land on the left leg of the defender. Looked to be Emily Ahern. Here's the Crusaders again at the top of the box. Here's Sia, scored 2 goals the last time these two teams met. Here's Stack, who created that goal. Now Stack cutting through, trying to make a man miss. Goes onto the near side, puts it in open turf, but nobody there. Now in the corner is Morosini. She boots this one towards the box. That one goes on top of the net. And out of play, it'll be a goal kick.
Now, let's win this.
Morgan, how close do we need to get before we take a shot?
This one through the middle. Alma trying to flip the field. It's just booted back in by the freshman defender, Morikini.
You, Morgan, time. Keep it in. Stay deep. Combine with her. Right ball.
Stack at the top of the box, trying to work through. Big defensive play by Alma to keep it away. Now working through his Molly Coat, puts it up top. This one erred out of bounds. Alma tries to boot this one towards midfield. It's going to be Ava Atchison who just put the boot on it. It's over the head of the defenders. Emma Seifert now with on the far side. She's going to boot this one into open grass. Look for an outlet. It's put out of bounds. I believe this will be Crusader ball, and it will be. Alma boots us on the far side and now have a chance on the offensive end. It's Buckingham. It's broken up by McKenzie and now into open space on the near side. This one goes out of play and Alma will take it right on back nearing midfield. It's 1-0 Crusaders. The goal scored by Holmes but assisted perfectly by Stack, who set it up. She was near midfield when she took possession of the ball, walked it all the way into the top of the box, delivered a perfect pass, and the Crusaders were able to capitalize on their second shot of the game on target. Amara Blattner put that one over on the far side. Seifert in pursuit. She's going to take this one away and now has space. Through ball looking for Holmes, or excuse me, looking for Coate. It's just booted out of play by Hannah Meyer, the defender. Back over on the far side, here's Molly Coate. Try to put that one over the head of the defender. It's broken up perfectly by number 12 in white and red. And Dagnall. One in open space once again. Here are the Crusaders in pursuit. Working it on the near side, trying to cut back, lost the footing, but makes a beautiful move on the near side. With a little bit of space, puts a crosser in the top of the box. Here's Stack. Stack with space, has range. Stack puts a left foot on it. It's blocked by the right leg of the defender, Brianna McCluskey. Now put through the top side, just north of the crossbar from Molly Coate. Crusader getting ready to make a change. Going to be Caroline Kopp, who leads the team in shots and shots on goal with 3 respectively in each category. Has yet to crack the score sheet. The opportunities have been there for the senior midfielder. She checks in for Malika, who just missed that shot over the top of the goal. Had a pretty good freshman season for the Crusaders. Now in the sophomore campaign, and we talked to head coach Paul Patton early in the season. He said the big name and the big thing this year is going to be, can those underclassmen take those jumps? The good freshman years, can they become awesome sophomore years? And can the good sophomore years become unreal upperclassmen here in the WAC? This Crusader team with 9-8-2 last season, their worst statistical season in a while. And if that's your worst statistical season in a while, just tells you the story of a program. Paul Patton has ran here in Livonia. Splitting through is Nadine Jawan. Jawan on the left side leaves for Kopp. Kopp turns and now looks in the middle. Puts a crosser, looking for Stack on the far side. It's off at Stack, heads it towards the goal, and it's stopped by Maya Pofall. Trying to direct that one into the back of the net. It was a pretty play on a dime. Stopped and turned and fired across the box was Caroline Kopp. Her first touch since entering the game almost resulted in a 2-0 Crusader lead. It's Seifert at the midline. That one deflected away by the front line, put into space and just booted out of play by Cassidy Derry. Alma will take it over. The Crusaders have controlled most of this game. The only shot for Alma taken by Ava Atchison. And it was an easy save for Shula, who once again we talked about starting today with Mackenzie Pfeiffer, the early season starting keeper, ruled out due to a lower body injury that she suffered in the game, technically against Detroit Mercy, but we knew it was lingering. But Detroit Mercy, that game led to her being taken out, led to the start for Shula. So when I play, the Crusaders take it back on their own back end. It's put on over to the far side, deflected out of play by Jawad in pursuit. Knocked it out. Alma will take it over on a throw-in near the bleachers. This one just booted past the Crusader back line, going all the way towards the goal line. It's Cassidy Derry. Derry elected to let that one go, but now takes it with the left foot and boots it up the sideline. This one can go out of play. And will be Alma ball once again. We saw this yesterday with the men's game with Taylor Trojans coming in and tying the Crusaders, and you would call it an upset as Madonna was favored in that one by quite a bit. But Taylor had the emphasis of just anytime the ball's near the goal box, boot it out of play. Anytime you're in danger, just do anything you can. We don't care where it goes. And it worked out perfectly for them. Cassidy Derry right there. Since she was in danger, just booted out of play, and now she takes it again off the goal kick. Derry just boots this one towards midfield. It's Sia. Sia puts over on the far side. It's a good pass over on the far side for Holmes. Holmes cuts back, now boots this one towards the middle. Here's Stack. Crusaders outnumbered, but Sia trying to join the rush. Stack looking for Kopp on the through. It's taken away, and now Alma the other way. Going to be Buckingham. Grace Buckingham, excuse me. Now with that midfield is Grace Buckingham. It was Hannah Meyer on defense. So on how to play, Alma will take over. If you're just joining us here on the Madonna Athletics Network, Sean Massa bringing you all the action in the comfort of your homes, as if you were here enjoying this beautiful Wednesday afternoon in the Metro Detroit area with us. It's one of the hotter days this week, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Crusaders will take over now. Seifert will set up after the penalty. She boots it on back to her keeper, Shula, who will set up and regroup and try to get this thing on the other side of the field. She just boots this one towards midfield. It crosses for Kopp. Kopp leaves for Stack, and now the Crusaders look to start the offensive attack again. Blattner over for Holmes. Holmes the goal scorer for the Crusaders. Trying to cut inside. Holmes with the boot on this one. It's wide to the left and goes out of play. It'll be an Alma goal kick the other way. It was a good set by the Crusaders. They had a lot of space. Just could not get anything to go on the attack. This one booted away by Pofall, the keeper. Kept in by the Crusaders. Now they begin their rush again. It's Nadine Jawad. Jawad looking for a through for Kopp. Kopp has space, but it rolls a little too far, and Pofall out of her box to take care of it. Pofall just boots this one. Stack puts a header on and tries to go the other way. It's Jawad one-on-one with the defender, McCluskey. Alma takes it away on the near side. It's Grace Buckingham. Buckingham closed on by two defenders in blue. They work it over on the near side for Stack. Stack through the middle now. Looking to start something again as she did for the first goal. Stack with a lot of space on the top box. She crosses in, puts a left foot on, looks for the crease. It was going wide, but blocked by Alma at the top. It's taken away once again by Holmes. Holmes deflects it for Kopp. Kopp now trying to split through. Gets for Stack. Stack with the shot on that. It's blocked again and cleared away by Alma. Over on the near side is Buckingham. Buckingham and Morikini in a foot race. Morikini goes backwards for McKenzie. McKenzie has Derry over to her left. She'll elect to go there with the left foot. Derry will boot it back for Shula, and the Crusaders will reset from ground zero. Shula will boot this thing through the middle lane. It's deflected at the logo by Ahern, and here's Ahern with it again. She boots it down and flips the field. This one booted away by the Crusaders and all the way out of bounds on the far sideline. It'll be an Alma Scott throw-in. Dangerous opportunities left and right on that rush for the Crusaders, but Alma doing a good job just getting in the shot lane, not allowing anything dangerous to get to their keeper, Pofall, who already has a really good save on the night. Two of them. allowed a goal on a pretty point-blank range shot from Holmes. It was kind of a defensive lapse from Alma, if anything. One broken up. Sia now with it, goes back on over for Blattner. Blattner to Stack near the logo. Stack's got a lot of time and space. That's been the story. Puts a through ball. It's perfectly put. Here's the speed of Cup. Niner in. Niner shoot. Pope fall save. Rebound. Sitting duck scores. Nadine Jawad cleans up the garbage. It's 2-0 Madonna. What a ball by Stack. Cop with the speed gets through the back line, put the shot on net, and Maya Pofall makes the stop, but the rebound was sitting right there for the freshman from Dearborn. Puts it through. It's 2-0 Crusaders here in the first half. We're about halfway through the first half, and the Crusaders double their lead with a 2-0 score and look to do more. This one through on the far side. They've controlled the line. It's all started with a strong play on the back line that has not allowed Alma to do much. Shula out of her net. Puts it over onto the far side. It's Derry. The Crusaders, 2 different goal scorers today with Jawad and Holmes. Both get on the board. They lead 2-0 and look to add on here. Here's Bolnick. We continue the trend of now 6 different Crusaders have all scored 1 goal this season. They do not have a multi-goal scorer. But there's a story once again with Caroline Kopp with that shot on the through ball. It was an unreal save. She's now got 4 shots on goal, and they're all A-plus chances. Have not been able to find the back of the twine yet. Here are the Crusaders trying to do it again. It's Jawad, the goal scorer, puts this one in the box. It's booted away by the Scots.
Hey, Marlena! Down the line, let her run onto it. You need to play her feet there. Just play it in that space. Play her feet, you get the other player.
This one crossed into the box, headed out of the way at the top of the box for Sia. She knocks it down and turns for the Crusaders. Puts on over for Holmes. Holmes puts it into open turf. It's knocked all the way back to the Crusader back line. Cipher boots on the near side. Time and space for the Crusaders. They keep this ball in. No, it went out of bounds. Unable to maintain the spin on that ball as they boot it away. It goes out of play. This one on the Crusader back line. Good defensive play to keep it away. Ballneck goes between the legs. Ballneck controlling through 3. Scots puts on the backside for Derry, who's got time and space at the top of her own box. Derry cuts through the middle lane. Now puts over on the far side. It's Blattner. Blattner over for Seifert. Seifert now going down the left side. Seifert going on the offensive side. Put the through ball looking for Sia towards the corner. Long stretch pass for Kopp. Puts this one towards the net, and Pofall plays the angle correctly, cuts it off before it had any more danger. She'll look to clear this one out of the way. It's 2-0 Madonna early on in this one, about midway through the first half. Goal scored by Holmes and Jawad. Morgan Stack has been a big part of each goal in Caroline Kopp. Had the initial shot on the first goal, or on the second goal, the most recent one. Goes down as unassisted as Maya Pofall made an unreal save. Here's Morakini for the Crusaders. Puts this one through, looking for Kopp again. This one's cut off by the back line with McCluskey. Knocked out of play. And the Crusaders will take it on a throw-in. It will be Jawan, the goal scorer. Did exactly what she needed to do to score that goal. Doesn't matter how point-blank the shot is and how automatic you may think Caroline Kopp is from that distance. Crash the far side post and get ready for a rebound, and she was right there. It was the perfect spot. Balnick leaves it for Jawad, who makes a defender miss and now cuts through the middle. Jawad's got a lot of open space as she nears the box. Jawad settles, boots it with the right leg. Poke fall off a bounce directly into the breadbasket. That's one thing the Scots have done today on the defensive end. They have let the Crusaders kind of walk in just outside the box, and Morgan Stack has had it a few times. Nadine Jawan has it right there and just took advantage of it, settled it down and said, I'm going to take this shot. Just Pofall in the perfect position to collect it off the hop. Here's Blattner near the logo onto the near side for Morikini. Puts it up for Balnick. Here's Marlena Balnick. Puts over for Kopp, pass a little bit behind and intended target. Balnick tries to put a left foot on it. This one cleared out of the way by Alma onto the backside. This one put through the middle for Blattner. Blattner give and go on to Morikini. Crosses this one into the box. Looking for Jawad. It's booted out by Alma, who's just trying to get this thing out of danger. This will be headed out of bounds, and it will be the Crusaders with a throw-in again. Taken away near midfield. Good play by Cassidy there to get it back after it was stolen. Seifert boots this one into open turf, but it's taken away by Maya Tate. Tate with time, looking for a through ball. Good defensive play by Blattner. Put on the wheels and cut it off on the back line. Whistle is blown and a foul is called on, I believe, the Scots. The Crusaders already with 12 shots in this game and 6 of them on goal. Seifert breaks this one up and takes it away from Waterstret. Over for Sia. Sia on her own logo, puts it on for Holmes. Holmes opened the game up with the scoring on the goal assisted from Stack. Has it taken away by Alma. It's Maddie Smith. Smith put this one in open turf, but nobody even remotely close to it. It'll be a Crusader throw-in once again. Here's Jawad once again, tries to put it through for Kopp, broken up on the backside by Hannah Meyer of the Scots. It's Sia, turns and looking to leave for Balnick, but she's taken down. Foul is called, and the Crusaders have a set piece open up from about, I'd have to say, 15, 20 feet outside the box. It'll be Marlena Balnick to take it. See what the Crusaders can draw up. They already lead 2-0 with a pretty good chance to add on here. They have 12 shots, 6 of them on goal already. We're about 30 minutes through this first half. Balnick will set up with Sia in at the top of the box. Balnick boots this one on net. Pofar makes a save in the bottom left corner. Read it perfectly and an easy save for the sophomore keeper from Boyne City. Little under 15 minutes to play here in the first half. Crusaders lead 2-0 and are looking to keep it going. They had a pretty good shot for their 13th and 7th on goal off the set piece from about 10-15 feet outside the box, but a good save by Maya Pofo in the bottom left corner of the net. Crusaders looking to add on and maybe get the confidence brewing after having a rough couple last games. Here's a good chance. That one broken up, looking for Kopp again. McCluskey with a good play on the defense. This one put through open turf, and Kopp has a chance on it. Being closed out by 2 defenders in white and red. Carolyn Kopp crosses this one in, looking to get to the box. Balnick in pursuit. It's just booted out of play by Ahern, and the Crusaders will take it. Substitution being made for the Crusaders. They will check in Sarah Castillo, the senior from Bogota, Colombia. The West Virginia State transfer. And coming for the freshman, Nadine Jawad. Blattner leaves from McKenzie, back over to Blattner on the near side. This one out of play in front of Carolyn Kopp. the first collegiate goal for Nadine Jawad that led to this 2-0 lead for the Crusaders. Alma trying to boot this thing out of play. Cassidy Derry puts it through the middle. Crusaders put it on through. Looking to add on to their 2-0 lead that they hold here at the Madonna Athletics Complex. A good defensive play to knock this one out of play. Alma will take it on a throw-in. Still just under 15 minutes to play in this first half. Crusaders working on back to the back line. McKenzie will just boot it to the keeper, Shula. Kenzie puts this one through the middle for Blattner. Blattner gets that one through right past the defender and Emily Ahern. Now here are the Crusaders trying to stretch this one across. It's Ballnick. Ballnick cutting through with a lot of open turf. Looking for a through ball. Gets broken up. She gets it right on back. This one broken up once again by McCluskey and now put up on the near side. Good slide from Morrison. He puts this one to open turf for Kopp. Kopp nearing the corner. Tries to save this one. She does. Now looking to get it before it goes over the goal line. Cuts back over to her left. Carolyn Kopp moves on over to the top for Ballnick. Ballnick had a little tough time handling it. Now gets it back, boots towards the middle. It's Holmes. Holmes opened this game up with the scoring, puts it behind the back. What a pass. Looking for an open man, Castillo. It's Sia now at the top. Sia cutting back, looking on the far side. Good touch pass broken up by the defense. Looked to be Emily Ahern back on the play. She just boots this one near midfield. It'll go on to play, and Paul Patton, the head coach for the Crusaders, makes the play. Looks to be an injured Crusader on the play. It's a hot one out here in Livonia with the turf. The Crusaders will make 3 separate changes in this one. They will bring in Rahama Sango. Jade Murdoch checks in, the freshman, one of the now six goal scorers for the Crusaders in the year. And Kansas Gibson, the sophomore from Rutland. So it'll be an Alma throwing on the near side in their own territory. Trying to close this one out in the first half, nearing a dozen minutes remaining. Crusaders added 2. Looking for a third before the break. Booted out, and the Crusaders will take it away on a throw-in. In the offensive end, it's Morosini. Cutting through traffic, this one out of play. Trying to get to it in time with Sarah Castillo, the senior. Just knocked out. Just about 10 minutes and change, maybe. No official time. Just a guess. To play in this first half, it's 2-0 Crusaders with goals from Holmes and the first of her collegiate career from Nadine Jawad on a perfect play where she just covered the lane, cleaned up the rebound. This one booted towards the box again. Alma trying to clear this one away. They will. Morrissey knocks it down in pursuit. Scots, they take it away. It's number 7, Bryn Bishop, who's knocked down and a foul is called. The Crusaders will take it right on back. Or excuse me, the Scots will take it right on back. Play by Ballnick to put this one over for Murdoch. Murdoch on the near side, trying to save it from going out of play. She will. Murdoch with a nice touch, puts this one through. Beautiful give and go. Murdoch's got it back. Murdoch on the right side of the box, crosses one the far side, looking for Sia. Deflects off a defender. Ground ball right to Pofall. Excuse me, looking for Castillo on the play. Was the intended target, but a beautiful defensive play. Almost went backwards. It was Dagnialt on the play. Broke up the pass through the lane, but it went right on a ground ball to Pofall. Pofall just in the perfect spot to take care of it. It remains a 2-goal game here as we close out in the final handful of minutes of the first half. McKenzie puts this one through the middle to Castillo. Castillo gets by defender, cutting to the right. Castillo puts this one over on the near side, looking, and this one just booted out. Murdoch couldn't handle it. Looked like she tried to cross it, but just took the wrong angle on the boot. It goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Maya Pofall, who's been busy. 7 shots on goal, 13 shots as a total faced. It's going to be Pofall once again. She'll take it fairly easily. Crusaders getting ready to make another change. It will be Riley Hunt set to check in the closing moments of this first half. For the moment, it's the keeper, Shula. Here's McKenzie taking it through her own end, puts it through the middle lane. This one booted into open turf, but it's going to be a little too much juice on it. Goes all the way to the box. Taken care of. One touch over. Castillo breaks it up. Castillo open. Net scores! Pofall booted it right into the attacker. And Sarah Castillo, that senior from Bogota, Colombia, makes it a 3-0 game. It turns to 3 with under 10 minutes to go here in the first. The Crusaders have put the hurt on. The through ball is a little bit too much. Pofall out of her box to take care of it. She tried to boot it away out of danger, but it goes right into number 5. And Sarah Castillo takes care of it. The Crusaders lead by 3. Now here are the Scots trying to get this one in offensive territory. That one through the defense. Riley Hunt checks into the game, but it's taken care of by Shula out of her net. This one on the near side, Riley Hunt boots it away to McKenzie. McKenzie now with time and space, looking for something to do on the defensive end. Crusaders haven't spent a lot of time in their defensive end, but have a really good job of regrouping anytime they've been backed up. It's Rahama Sango, puts it through the far side. Blattner was knocked down, but now it's an open space. It's going to be Gibson with it. Gibson looking through the middle, has a wide open Sango. With space, boots it with the left. It's blocked at the top of the box and booted back out toward the circle. Here's Riley Hunt with it. Knocks it down. Hunt has that one taken away. Booted it right into an attacker that was pursuing Cypher with a nice play to get by the attacker on her end of the field. Puts on the far side for Kansas Gibson, who boots it on the near side. In the middle of the field for McKenzie. Riley Hunt with space on the near side, nearing midfield. Will stop this pass and now boot with the right side. It's backed out of bounds off the left side of Bryn Bishop. This one put out of play. The closing moments of the half still. We're nearing a handful of minutes left at most. The Crusaders have controlled and they have the lead on the scoreboard to show for it. 15 shots, 8 of them have found the goal and 3 of them have found the back of the goal. Here's Seifert. She boots this one through the middle. Castillo stops. It's Murdoch, the freshman. Murdoch trying to spin away from the defender. Puts on over to Balnick. Balnick now heavily pursued. Puts it on back for Riley Hunt with space. Hunt will go back onto her own side of midfield for McKenzie. McKenzie stops and goes to Derry wide open at the logo. A lot of time for Cassie Derry to operate. She crosses midfield herself and has a lot of open turf in front. Derry with nothing but time boots this one, looking for the through. It gets through a little bit too much. Ground ball directly to the keeper, but this time It'll be picked up by Pofall instead of taken care of. Last time it was taken care of was the Sarah Castillo goal to make it 3-0. So put back to Shula. All the way on over on the far side to Seifert. Seifert with a lot of speed on the left side lane. Seifert putting it through to Castillo, the goal scorer. Castillo looking for something, trying to spin away from the defender in pursuit as Hannah Meyer leaves it for Seifert. Seifert crosses it. It's booted out of play by Ahern. This goes all the way out on the far side. Now make it 7 different Crusaders, all with 1 goal on the season. All 7 of their goals have come from a new face every single time. Hunt boots this one over, looking for something in the box. It's headed aside by the defense of the Scots. Good play again to get that out of the way. Sango hit the ground, no call. This one out of play. It'll be Scott throwing. This one booted past the Crusader back line. Easily in pursuit, Kayla McKenzie. Put this one back to Shula on her own box, who just boot this thing all the way across midfield. Don over. The Crusaders trying to flip this one. Taken away by the defense, but Single doing a good job boxing out. Puts this one on the near side. Murdoch puts it through the middle. Here's the Crusaders. Castillo looking on the far side for Gibson. Gibson has time, goes back to Balnick. Balnick looks for the open man, Seifert, but it's too much and going towards the out-of-bounds corner. Seifert saves it, nutmeg to the defender, puts it into open turf, but nobody there to fill the lane. It's cleared out by the Scots. Good play defensively, and now here's Alma. This one's just going to be booted towards Newburgh Road. Couple minutes remain in this first half. It's 3-0 Crusaders at the moment, trying to make it 4. Crusaders with time up top. It's Castillo. Castillo trying to fight by a defender. Took a hand to the face seemingly, but no whistle blown. Hannah Whitley was the defender in pursuit that cleared it out of the way. Now it's Atchison. Atchison looking for a through ball. Tried to find Hannah Abner, the defender, up in the play. It's booted back to Shula, the keeper, who will stop it and take her time. The Crusaders slip the field now, looking for another one. It's McKenzie, the defender, up in the play. Excuse me, no, that's Candace Gibson. Moves over for Murdoch up top on the box. That shot from Sango sails north of the goal.
tried to bite. Willis inside. Euro step. What a shovel pass to Lizzie Mosley. Showtime right there from Keanu Willis. Oh my goodness. Oh, three-pointer from Crone. Can't get the bank to go. Rebounded by who else but McQueen. She's got 14 of those, and the Warriors are going to let it happen. Ticking the clock down. 13.5-point favorites. Rochester Warriors fall to the Crusaders. The first conference victory in a long time. Madness at Madonna here at ACC Arena. The upset. It's 17:45 remaining here in the second half. 0-0 looking to crack it open. One in the air, the header. It's 1-0. John Brown, his 5th of the year. Crusaders sideline erupts. Make it rain, number 8. It's 1-0. What a play. Gomez to Brown. You can't write it any better than that. The perfect window. John Brown, his 5th of the year. It's 1-0 Crusaders, 17-43. Dunn up top, under 10, 5 seconds left. Dunn drives inside, picks up a dribble, goes to Nunn. He goes baseline, gotta put something up. Young, fadeaway jump shot. Oh! Bang! Goal game number 11. All-American season bid has started for Brendan Young. 69-67. This game's over. Krizik skies that one in the center field. That one's going back into the chance. Krizik walks it off. Brady Krizik walks it off. He went to the batting cages to practice a little bit, and he nails it out at center field. Brady Krizik says, let's go home. We don't need 11 innings. He walks it off. A solo shot in the bottom of the 10.
Our final score, your Crusaders.
Version, you're good. Just settle down.
Devin Jones working on Medi. French over. Lockhart 3. Rebound Medi. Mark Medi history. The all-time rebounds record has fallen. Move over Chris Durker. Mr. Rebound now belongs to Mark Medi, the all-time blocks leader and rebounds leader.
I mean, congrats to Mark. He's been Madonna basketball since 2018.
Brazelton left side, a diving stop, and the throw to second in time. And Madonna has swept the championship series here in the WAC tournament. You can see a massive celebration towards third base and the pitcher's mound.
That's the ball game. Final score. Come on, man!
Congratulations, Emily. You guys are going to play for the national championship later this afternoon. You guys worked the long way through the consolation bracket. What does it feel like now to kind of be in the final round?
It's crazy. A lot of people weren't expecting us. We've heard people say that they weren't expecting us, but to be able to do it and to knock down the top teams in the nation, it's insane, and it's going to be a great thing for the school.
Earlier today won the 60-meter dash, trying to do the double. Off they go. Here we go. Men's 200-meter dash final. And Abdul Rashid right on the inside in lane 1. Making a strong case early on. Lane 6 and 7 with Blacknell and Johnson. It's Blacknell right now. On the outside in lane 8, Cunningham. Blacknell, Cunningham, could be Chase Mars or Dante Soul as well. Way too close for my poor eyes to call. So we'll see how this plays out. Not posted it up on the board yet. It's Blacknell from Madonna. He is your national champion in the 200-meter dash. 21:07 is the time. Avion Blacknell. Foul.
The Crusaders start with the ball as we begin second half action here in Livonia, Michigan. It was the first half that saw the Crusaders dominate, to say the least, outshooting the Scots 15-1 with 8 on goal to Alma's 1. They have a 3-0 lead. Their keeper, Maya Pofal, has 5 stops on 8 shots. And on the other end of that matchup, Aria Shula has done her job. 1 for 1. The Crusaders are looking to extend their lead that currently stands. What a play. Bully Nadine Jawad down the right side. Starting in, she goes in, she shoots, and she scores! Scored her first collegiate goal. How about your second in an absolutely masterclass individual effort? It's 4-0, just like that. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Nadine Jawad, 4-0 Madonna. It was a gorgeous individual effort that led to that one. Nadine Jawad scores her first 2 collegiate goals now. And the Crusaders extend their lead just like that. Maybe 30 seconds into the half. Come out of the gates firing, the Crusaders. A bright spot for a team that struggled the last couple of games. But building some confidence here, Nadine Jawad becomes the first Crusader to score multiple goals this year. There's still 7 Crusaders with the 8 goals. Now 2 of them belong to number 42, who has been all over the place today. This one booted by Alma. It's Dagniult. Puts it out of play. The Crusaders take the throw in with Riley Hunt. This one on the near side, put it by Alma near the midfield. Closed on by Stack and Sia, put through and stolen by the Crusaders. It's Lillian Hayter. Checked in the game in this second half. Ball's knocked free and taken away by the Crusaders. It's Haley O'Farrell, the sophomore from Canton. Put through by the Scots, taken away by the back end of the Crusaders, but now stolen away by Buckingham. Grace Buckingham in pursuit. This one knocked out of play by the Crusaders back line. It'll be an Alma throw-in. This one put through by the Crusaders. It's Nadine Jawad in pursuit, but it's booted out of the way by Hannah Meyer. All the way back to the Crusader back line. The Crusaders now lead 4-0 after Nadine Jawad scores an individual effort.
Movement, yes. That's fine. Good turn. Pass, Caitlin.
This one booted by the keeper, Pofal. All the way back to the Crusader end. Breaking it up is Kayla McKenzie. She boots it near midfield for Carolyn Kopp.
Get out of the back.
Kopp with it on the far side, trying to cross through the middle. Kopp with the left, puts it up, puts it through for Jawad. Nadine Jawad on the run, but that ball just in front of 42. Goes out of play. It'll be a goal kick. This one headed back in by Fetzer. McKenna Fetzer, the sophomore from North Farmington High School. They boot it on back to their keeper. Put it through. Here's Jawad going for three. Crosses for Kopp and just past the outstretched leg of number 9. It goes out of play. It's out of play onto the far side. The Crusaders with that 4-0 lead, trying to maintain said lead and walk away with a big-time second win on the young season. Both wins would be at this venue at the Madonna Athletics Complex. They open their season with a victory here against the Red Wolves from Indiana East. Trying to make it back-to-back home wins. They have not seen home action since that day. Alma trying to flip the field now onto the far side. They put it to the middle. It's broken up by Morosini. Puts it over for Stack. It's over the head and through the box all the way to their side. Into open turf. A lot of speed for the Crusaders. They take it away with Sia. Sia in the corner. Riley Hunt now with time. Hunt looking to cross this one towards the middle. She throws it towards the net. It's off the head of the defender. And taken away by the keeper. Looked to be Meyer. Put it over onto the far side. One put back in the box. Alma with a dangerous opportunity, but it's booted away by the Crusaders. Here's Stack on the near side. Stack with the right foot on into open turf. This one high in the air. Takes a high bounce for Caroline Kopp, who heads it to herself into open turf, trying to get by the defender Meyer. Here's Kopp on the left side. She has space. She has Nadine Joao with her. She cuts to the right. In the middle. Shoots it. What a save from Maya Pofall. Oh my goodness. Took it herself through the middle, and what a stop. Maya Pofall makes an unreal save. Her second point-blank range on Caroline Kopp alone. And now the Crusaders with it again. Schubel throws this one and boots it all the way on the other side of midfield. This through the middle. Sia back onto the back line. They boot it through the middle. Here's Stack. Stack Takes it herself, weaves to the right side, now goes to the middle. Nothing but green turf. Deja vu for Stack. Cutting back to the left, top of the box. Stack cutting through, puts a shot on net and scores! Morgan Stack makes it 5-0 Crusaders. They came out of the gates firing here in the second half. Assisted by Haley O'Farrell was the last to touch it for the Crusaders. No change of possession. And the Crusaders now lead by 5. Stack has been all over the place today. She was rewarded with one of her own. 5 shots, an assist, and now a goal to her name. She also created a couple of the other goals where she was not credited with an assist. Nadine Jawad's first collegiate goal was completely created by Stack. This one towards the box. Shula out, takes care of the ground ball, and will look to flip the field again. Give the assist on that one to number 24, Haley O'Farrell, the sophomore defender from Canton. One put on over to the far side. Batted aside by McKenzie. Here's Stack, puts it over the top of the head of the attacker, taken down and a foul's called. Ava Atkinson and Morgan Stack go down, and the ball stays with the blue and gold. Nadine Jawad not on the right side. This one blocked through, and here's the Crusaders. Through the middle, it's Holmes, scored the first goal of this ball game. Holmes cuts over, puts on the far side for Jawad. Nadine Jawad with space, crosses this one, Profar gets a piece of it, and puts it aside. Profar with a nice save. Another big save by Maya Profar. Denies Nadine Jawad the hat trick. She's got 5 shots, and they're all on goal. She scored twice, now make it 6 all on goal. It's going to be the first corner of the game for either team. Hard to believe here in the second. Put up to Riley Hunt. Hunt trying to cross this one. Looks for a sharp angle shot. It just goes wide of the left side post. Hunt boots this one over to Carolyn Kopp. Kopp trying to put it through. She does. Here's Holmes. Holmes left side trying to cut through a plethora of Scott defenders. Puts it through the top of the box trying to get by a defender. She maintains. What a play. The Crusaders still have this one. Cutting through the shot on the right side. Pofall makes a save on Lillian Hayter. The Crusaders have just been absolutely peppering the goal, and Maya Pofall makes another stop. We still have a ton of time to play in this second half, and the Crusaders are absolutely putting the hurt on. Kopp behind the back pass, leaves it for Fetzer. McKenna Fetzer now, trying to cross this one over for Holmes. Holmes boots it aside, it's off a defender, up top for Stack. Stack knocks it down, now in open turf, it's booted away by the Scots towards the midfield line. Taken away, here's Stack. Stack trying to find a way. It's taken away by the back end, it's Tagneholt. Put through the gap, errored pass led perfectly by Kayla McKenzie. Back for the Crusaders on the offensive end. Whistle blows and fouls called on Rihanna Holmes. If you're just joining us here on the Madonna Athletics Network, you've missed one heck of a game. The Crusaders have been putting on an offensive clinic. They lead 5-0 over Alma. Good play by the Crusader defensive end. Riley Hunt keeps it away on the back line. She kicks it out, and it will be a corner for the Scots. Looks like Dagny Holt is going to go take it as two subs await for the Scots. It's Bryn Bishop and Kylie Lewis will check into the game. Jacqueline Dagny Holt will take this corner for the Scots. They trail 5-0 here in the second half. Dagny Holt will boot this one into the box. This one through a sea of bodies. Riley Hunt there trying to get it away for the Crusaders. It's booted back in but blocked by a sea of Crusader defenders and will go out of play for another one. Line change for the Crusaders. They check in 4. Molly Coate, Cassie Derry, Emma Seifert, Amara Blattner will all check into the game. Carolyn Kopp, Riley Hunt, Morgan Stack, and Kayla McKenzie will all check out. And then we talk about Bryn Bishop and Kylie Lewis checking in for the Scots as they prepare another corner. Put it up top, the header scores! That was pretty off the corner. And the Scots get on the board. It looked to be Brianna McCluskey, the junior from Belleville. And Alma erases the goose egg off the board and maybe puts a little bit of life into their side. Blattner boots this one on the offensive end. The first goal Aria Shula has led up in her collegiate career, at least for the varsity level here at Madonna. It's her second shot she's faced today. Long range shot off the head. Pofall makes a big save. The shot from Blattner was deflected off the skull of Brianna McCluskey, it looked, on the back line. And Pofall has to make a change of direction save, veering to the weak side. This on the Crusader back line. Cassidy Derry in pursuit. Alma trying to keep the pedal to the metal here. They still trail by a hefty amount, 4 goals, but they get one on the board and stop the onslaught from the Crusaders, and they are alive. This one a long-range shot. Shula fields it cleanly. She gets her second save of the game. This one put through the middle for Molly Coate. Coate dancing around through the middle lane on her own end. Gets a little bit of space, boots this one, looking for it to be through. Whitley knocks it down for the Scots. Whitley puts it through the middle lane. It's booted back by Lewis. Lewis gets it out of danger. It's put up back to top to Lewis. The Crusaders now on the throw-in on the near side. Puts this one up on over the top. Booted aside. Amara Blattner. Fetzer now on the far end. Fetzer will try to cross this one into the box. It deflects away. Nadine Jawad in pursuit. This one put up by the Scots. Get away from his Fetzer. Fetzer for Nadine Jawad. Jawad stops with the right side, moves through her own legs, looking for an outlet. Try to get it over to Holmes. It's deflected away and booted out of the way by the Scots. Back to midfield for Derry. Derry reads this bounce wrong, gets by, but she's got one Scott in pursuit. She'll just boot it on back. The Scots trying to keep the pressure going. Cassie Derry with a nice slide tackle. Get that one out of the way. Blattner trying to get it by two Scots. It's taken away. Here's Lewis. Lewis puts it through past the defensive line and all the way on the far side looking for Bryn Bishop. Can't connect with the junior from Grand Rapids. And it will be a goal kick for Aria Shula. Crusaders regrouping in their own end. Looking for something to go their way. 14 shots on goal for the Crusaders. 5 of them have come off the right leg of Nadine Jawad, who has 2 goals, her first 2 collegiate goals. Here's Jawad on the near side. She's fed a pass on the through ball by Lillian Hayter. Here's Jawad on the near side. Jawad with time and space cuts back to the right, trying to get by a defender. It's booted away by the defender in question and Bryn Bishop. Crusaders throw it into Jawad again. Blattner boots it into the box, crossing over, pull fall out of her net to take care of it. Seifert puts this one over. O'Farrell onto the far side. The Crusaders flip it. A lot of contact on the far side. It's taken away by Bryn Bishop. The Scots look to flip the field again. It's broken up on the back line by Seifert, who boots it back to the logo. Blattner breaks up the breakout again from the Scots. Puts over on the far side in open space for an open man. It's Fetzer. Fetzer will put this one back to Molly Coate. Coate trying to get something going here for the Crusaders. She cuts back, puts it through the middle to Holmes. Holmes opened up the scoring for the Crusaders. As the Scots boot this one towards midfield, trying to get it out of their own end. A lot of contact, no whistle blown. We play on. Holmes doesn't love it, but we keep playing. Here's Hayter. Hayter leaves it for Seifert, who fills the lane on the left side. Seifert, left foot, puts it to the middle of the Coate. Coate behind the back for Hayter. Hayter crosses it on the far side, looking for an open player. It's up top, a long boot from Holmes. It's Jawad down low, taken down in the box, no whistle. It'll be taken away by the keeper, Maya Pofall, on the loose ball. They put it back to Cassidy Derry. Now Nadine Jawad veering towards the corner. She's already got 2 goals today. Crosses one in the box. It's booted aside by Hannah Meyer, the defense for the Scots. 2 players waiting to come in, one for each team. Grace Buckingham will check in for the Scots. And for the Crusaders, it's Sarah Castillo, the senior from Bogota, Colombia, that already scored a goal today. She'll check in. Waterstred checks out for the Scots. And it looks like Nadine Jawad will check out for Castillo. Crusaders are going to close out this game. Nearing the 70th minute of this one on the pitch, the Crusaders lead 5-1. Looking to make another line change. They have 4 subs awaiting. And they will make this line change with 4 players checking in. It will be Gibson, McKenzie, Murdoch, and Balnick all checking into the game. Hayter will check out along with Haley O'Farrell, who picked up an assist today. On that most recent goal, Round Holmes checks out, as well as McKenna Fetzer. Here's the Crusaders trying to start the offensive attack again. Castillo has Murdoch on the far side, passes behind Murdoch. Probably good because it would have been offside. But here's Murdoch. Murdoch fighting through, tries to touch that one with the coat. It's deflected away into the box and an easy ground ball for the keeper, Maya Pofall. This has to be the most busy Pofall has been in a while. 14 shots faced, 23 total, 14 on goal. Castillo now with it for the Crusaders through the middle lane. Crosses it on the far side, looking for Gibson. It's too far and out of play. The Scots will take it on the throw-in. If you're just joining us on the Madonna Athletics Network, thank you for joining myself, Sean Massa, bringing you the action into the comfort of your homes. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon here in the Metro Detroit area. If you're not subscribed yet to the Madonna Athletics Network, make sure you do that to catch all your favorite Crusader teams in action. The next games here on the Madonna Athletics Network will be on Friday. Volleyball has a tri-match here at the PAC at Alliance Catholic Credit Union Arena, which will make its first appearance of the season. Volleyball's first home action. Soccer, both teams won't be back in action on the Madonna Athletics Network, at home at least, until next Saturday, when they both begin WAC play. Saturday the 14th. It will begin WAC action against the University of Northwestern Ohio beginning at 12:30 p.m. as this shot saved by Pofall again. She's been magnificent today. Now has 15 shots faced that have been on target. 10 saves, 5 have been let up, but a few point-blank saves that should have easily found the back of the net. That could very well be one that she just stopped. A corner for the Crusaders. It'll be their second. Long-range corner off the Alma Scots defense and all the way to the far side. It was Emma Cipher that took that corner. The Crusaders boot this one towards the goal. Pofall watches that one go wide and high. And the Scots will check in. Anna Waterstred, who took a quick second down. The freshman forward from Royal Oak checks back into the game. Maddie Smith will check out, the sophomore from Boyne City. On the backside, there's a chance for the Scots. Dangerous opportunity for the Scots and a good save from Shulaw. Has that a lot to do about when Aria Shulaw's number has been called on the back line. She stepped up, now has 3 saves on 4 shots. Crusaders now with Murdoch trying to get something started after Shulaw makes a big save. It's Molly Coat on the far side. Moves our cross for Gibson. Gibson crosses this one into the box. It's deflected by the defense. It was Hannah Meyer on the play. but it's Amara Blattner in open turf to find on the near side. Blattner back for Seifert. Seifert with a lot of space. Perfect pass to Murdoch. Can't collect it. A little bit too far. And it's booted out of play back to the midfield line by the Scots. It's Emma Seifert on the near side, nearing midfield. Will regroup back to the back line with Cassidy Derry. Derry back to Seifert. Seifert has a lot of space. The Scots are letting double threes have space. She looks for Coate on a pass that gets a little bit by and will go all the way out for a goal kick. The Scots put this one near midfield, look to clear it out of the way. It's Amara Blattner, puts it away, and now it's taken away by the Scots. 1-on-4, being joined late, looking for anything to go their way, but Kayla McKenzie. The heavily outmanned Scots could not get anything going on the offensive side. They look for a through ball to Molly Coate on the offensive side. Coate down the right side of the box. Coate puts a shot on net off the post. You could hear that one all the way back in the hometown of Belleville, Michigan for number 7. Just missed a goal on that one. The foul is called. The Scots will take care of it. Pass was broken up by Seifert right near the scorer's table here at the Madonna Athletics Complex. We talked about it's a beautiful day. It's also a hot one here in Livonia, especially on the turf. This one put out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Arya Shulaw. The Scots will make a change. Kayla McKenzie will boot this one over on the far side. It's blocked by the Scots, who have it now near midfield. It's broken up and put out of play on the defense for the Crusaders. It was Marlena Balnick. Crusaders with Balnick now on the offensive side. Puts it over to Molly Coate. Looking for a cross on the right side. Crosses this one into the box. Looking for an attacker. It's just deflected wide by Sarah Castillo. Had a chance for her second of the game. Now in the near side corner. It's Seifert after a beautiful play to get it to her, but that shot will bounce wide. Aya Pofall just watched that one go wide of the left side post. Put through the middle, Blattner. Murdoch trying to save this one. She will. She'll boot it back into her own territory. Here's Blattner. Blattner over onto the far side. It's Morosini. Trying to get by the defender. She cannot. Good defensive play by Hannah Whitley, the sophomore from Chesterfield. This one back into the Alma Scott defensive line. If you're just joining us, don't go anywhere after the game. We'll have a post-game interview with the freshman, Nadine Jawad, who scored her first 2 collegiate goals, as that ground ball is taken care of by Pofall. This one will go near the out-of-bounds line. Seifert will save it and boot it with the left. Saved it from going out, but it's booted back by the Scots into the offensive end. Seifert on the back end. Over on the far side, it's Molly Coat with speed. Looking across this one in the box. She will. Goes horizontal. The keeper, Pofall, all the way through to the other side. Seifert now with a lot of space to operate. Seifert will shoot this one. Pofall in the right place. This one batted through the middle. It's over on the far side for Blattner. Blattner leaves her Coat through the middle lane. Coat with the left will put a long-range shot on that just veers to the right side of the far side post. We're nearing about 10 minutes remaining in this ball game. Crusaders looking to close out their win. They lead 5-1 at the moment. Alma scored the last goal recorded. It was McCluskey on the header from the corner kick. It was a pretty goal to get Alma on the board, but the Crusaders have done a good job matching tempo all day. Game sort of slowed down after the Crusaders took that 5-0 lead, and you heard head coach Paul Patton say, hey, let's pick it up, ladies, and they really have responded. Have matched the tempo that Alma has brought. The Crusaders will make another pair of changes with 3 subs awaiting. Castillo now with it for the Crusaders. She cuts back to the right in the middle lane, goes over to Molly Coat. That pass way in front of number 7. Miscommunication on where that pass is going to be. It goes out of play, and it will be Scott's ball going the other way. Goals today scored by the Crusaders. Morgan Stack has a goal and an assist with 5 shots. Nadine Jawad has her first 2 career goals. 5 shots, all of them on goal. Castillo added a beautiful goal where she intercepted the clear attempt from the keeper right outside the box. Rihanna Holmes has a goal herself. And Carolyn Kopp held scoreless, but now has 5 shots on the year, 5 shots on goal. She checks back in, along with Holmes, the goal scorer, and Sango. But Kopp with 2 point-blank range chances that have been stopped by Maya Pofall, who's been spectacular. 16 shots faced, 28 total. 16 have found their way onto the goal. 11 stops from the sophomore. And the quality of those chances skyrocketed. Great play by McKenzie on the back end. Gets up to Murdoch. Murdoch boots it to the middle looking for Holmes. It's just over the head of the intended target. Put back out to midfield by the Scots, and it's easy and a lot of time for McKenzie and Seifert. Seifert moves for Cassidy Derry, who gets involved now in the back line. Puts it through the middle lane for Sango. Just checked back into the ball game. A lot of time and space for 4-6. Looks it over, looking for Holmes just in the back foot. Couldn't corral it. Was number 12. Just under 7 minutes to play or so in this ball game. It's 5-1 Crusaders. Remember, don't go anywhere after the conclusion of the game. We'll talk to head coach Paul Patton for a little bit. About his team's performance today. They're trying to close out the win. Carolyn Kopp in pursuit of this ball before it goes out of play. She'll curl it back and keep it in play. Kopp weaving, puts it behind. What a play by Murdoch, and what a breakup by Waterstreet. Alma will take this one out. And Crusaders nearing 30 shots on goal. Or 30 shots, excuse me. They have 16 on goal. Booted the other way by Alma. Crusaders with a throw in on the far side. Cassidy Derry will boot this one towards midfield. Tongo gets a header on aim. Loose for Carolyn Kopp with a lot of space. Kopp with a lot of speed. She's showcased today. Tries to cut back. Broken up by Hannah Meyer, the junior defender for the Scots. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the second half. The Crusaders looking for that 5-1 victory. It would be their second win on the year. It would get them back to 500 after a 2-game skid with Indiana Wesleyan and University of Detroit Mercy. Blattner, Gibson, back to Blattner. Closed in on the defense. It's put out of play. A sub will be made with Emily Ahern, the freshman midfielder from Ithaca. She'll check in the ball game. For number 6, Brianna McCluskey, the goal scorer for the Scots. The Crusaders looking to close out this victory. It would be their largest on the young season. Their second on the young season. Their other win came against the Indiana University East Red Wolves here in Livonia, Michigan back on August 23rd. For the Scots, they'll drop their second consecutive game by a hefty margin, 7-1 to the University of Chicago. The Scots will be back in action on Saturday as they travel to Ohio to take on Kenyon College. And they won't be seen at the Scotland Yard until September 11th. They take on another WAC opponent in Lawrence Tech. But here in Livonia, trying to close out this game. It's called offsides for Carolyn Kopp, who looked like she had a pretty dangerous chance. The Crusaders don't love the offsides call for the Crusaders. They will be back in action. They will travel to Gary, Indiana, and take on Indiana University Northwest, the Red Hawks, at 7 p.m. They will be back in action here in Livonia against the University of Northwestern Ohio on the Madonna Athletics Network at 12:30 on the 14th, which is a Saturday in September. This one put through for Kopp on the left side. She has space. Kopp cutting back. A lot of space for Carolyn Kopp. Cutting up top. Kopp off angle. Shot and scores! Grade A chances left and right. Niner finds the twine. It's 6-1 Crusaders. She was due, you could say. Carolyn Kopp has been magnificent this year. She gets one right there to make it 6-1 Madonna and the nail in the coffin here in Livonia, Michigan. Just a few minutes remaining at most, but the Crusaders closing out now lead 6-1. Looking to close out this one and walk away with a big-time win. The Crusaders looking to clear this one out of danger. This is the most goals now. That sixth from Carolyn Kopp is the most goals the Crusaders have scored since October 6th of 2021. It was a 13-2-2 season for the Crusaders. That saw the 2-seed Crusaders fall to the 7-seed Lawrence Tech Blue Devils in the quarterfinals. It was a first-round upset here at the MAC, but it's the most goals they have scored in a game since a 6-1 victory in Fort Wayne against Indiana Tech. It's the most goals they've scored at home since September 6th of 2021. It was a 9-0 win over Kentucky Christian University. It's tied for the third most goals they've scored since that 2021 season. This one through to Kopp again, looking for two off the post. Rebound can't be taken care of by Murdoch. And that'll do it. Trying to make it 7. The Post had other thoughts. It's a 6-1 win for the Crusaders. The most goals they've scored since October 6, 2021. The most goals they've scored at home since September 6, 2021. We'll shoot it aside, bring you back in a moment with Paul Patton and myself, Sean Massa.
For the Warriors. Tried to bite. Willis inside. Euro step. What a shovel pass to Lizzie Mosley. Showtime right there from Kayana Willis. Oh, my goodness. Oh, three-pointer from Crone. Can't get the bank to go. Rebounded by who else but McQueen. She's got 14 of those. And the Warriors are going to let it happen. Ticking the clock down. 13.5-point favorites. Rochester Warriors fall to the Crusaders. The first conference victory in a long time. Madness at Madonna here at ACC Arena. The upset. It's 17:45 remaining here in the second half. 0-0 looking to crack it open. One in the air, the header. It's 1-0. Jan Brun, his 5th of the year. Crusaders sideline erupts. Make it rain, number 8. It's 1-0. What a play. Gomez to Brun. You can't write it any better than that. The perfect window. John Brun is 5th of the year. It's 1-0 Crusaders, 17-43. Dunn up top, under 10, 5 seconds left. Dunn drives inside, forget the dribble, goes to Nunn. He goes baseline, gotta put something up. Young, fadeaway jump shot, bang! Goal game number 11. All-American season bid has started for Brendan Young. 69-67, this game's over. skies that one in the center field. That one's going back into the chance. Krizik walks it off! Brady Krizik walks it off! He went to the batting cages to practice a little bit, and he nails it out at center field. Brady Krizik says, let's go home. We don't need 11 innings. He walks it off. A solo shot in the bottom of the 10.
You're good. Just settle down.
Devin Jones working on Medi. French over. Lockhart 3. Rebound Medi. Mark Medi history. The all-time rebounds record has fallen. Move over Chris Durker. Mr. Rebound now belongs to Mark Medi, the all-time blocks leader and rebounds leader.
I mean, congrats to Mark. He's been Madonna basketball since 2018.
Brazelton left side, a diving stop in the throw to second in time, and Madonna has swept the championship.
For the Crusaders over the NCAA Division III, Alma Scott. I'm Sean Massa, joined by head coach Paul Patton. Coach, you guys had a tough 2 losses to Indiana Wesleyan and Detroit Mercy. What did you like about how your team reacted and responded today?
Well, obviously 2 tough opponents, a top 15 ranked team in Indiana Wesleyan and a Division I team against Detroit Mercy. And coming out here today, I think everybody came out with high energy. We're looking to get on the scoreboard. We'd had 2 shutouts, where we had been shut out 2 games in a row. So coming out, trying to get on the scoreboard and trying to, play our game, get a lot more offense, get a lot more shots. And I think we did a good job of moving the ball around and getting behind the other team and getting opportunities and a lot of good hustle too.
And then a crazy stat to say, but the most goals you guys have scored in a game since October 6, 2021, and the most goals you've scored here at home since September 6th of that 2021 season. What did you like about the way your team attacked offensively today?
I think the effort to get forward and the urgency to get forward was big. And then I think we also did a good job pressing on some of their defense when they had the ball, and we were on the defensive side, but when their defense had it, pressing up, we won a couple balls, got a goal off of one from Sarah. And I think that's the kind of thing when you can create a goal out of almost nothing, just from effort, that's going to be a thing that hopefully carries over the next game and down the road through the season.
Talk about 2 of those 6 goals today were from freshman Nadine Jawad. How was that for you as a coach, seeing a freshman jump in, score her first 2 collegiate goals, and really have a pretty good start to the year?
Well, we're excited what Nadine brings. We've seen it in practice. We've seen it in some of the other games when she's got in for some minutes where she's putting forth a lot of effort. She's playing with urgency up there. She's hustling. She's pressing when we press, and has made some opportunities happen. And today just got the ball in good spots, makes good runs, and then when she gets a look, she goes toward the goal. And that's the thing is when you have players that have a nose for goal, they're looking to score. That's going to be a positive. So hopefully she'll continue to keep it up and continue to grow.
And then we're going to talk one more about the goal box. No Mackenzie Pfeiffer today. Shula was spectacular. Had 4 saves on 5 shots. She only saw 1 shot in her limited time at Mercy. What was that like, from a coach's perspective, to just see her kind of thrown into the net, just thrown in with the responsibility of manning that goal box?
Yeah, well, she's done a great job for us in practice. We knew she was going to be ready with Mackenzie being injured a little bit. We wanted to make sure that she was able to have time to heal up before the next couple games. And Array stepped in and did a great job for us. Would have loved to have gotten a clean sheet, but they got the good header off the corner. And like I said, she commanded the back and did a great job. So all credit to her and her work ethic in practice.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Great win for the Crusaders today over the Scots from Alma at the big 6-1 victory, an offensive showcase for the Crusaders. They're back in action on the road. They'll be back in action here on the Madonna Athletics Network. On Saturday the 14th, they begin WAC play against the Racers from the University of Northwestern Ohio. I'm Sean Massa. Thank you for making myself, Madonna Women's Soccer, and the Madonna Athletics Network a part of your gorgeous Wednesday afternoon in the Metro Detroit area.